What's up, guys? Welcome back to the Team Solemn Circus live video. It's on the left side here. We have Gladiator Beast going up against Yubel on the right side here. Before we dive in too deep, don't forget to like, comment, subscribe. Helps the channel a lot. This is one of the only places you can actually see Gladiator Beast gameplay, so huge shoutouts to Royal for pulling up the locals and playing that there. We highly appreciate it. And then we also see Yubel, a deck that has kind of fallen off of favor, still being able to play with the Phoenix cards very nicely. We do not get hit. We are going to be seeing the Gladiator Beast player going first in game one with a Proving Grounds. We do see Ash Blossom being hit on that there. We are going to then activate the field spell. We are going to be handing it over because we know their opponent is going to need a second to read this card. Yeah, it's a really cool card. We're going to see it activate the effect, discarding a copy of Kit from the deck. We're going to let them search for the Giselle, and we're going to be seeing the Giselle get activate the effect, or the Kit can activate the effect, dumping the Nerval, allowing us to then add a copy of a Fractal or a Karis to the hand here, which is going to be pretty nice. So we do see that Karis, which is going to be an extender if we do have another copy of a Tri-Brigade in the hand. We do see a Tenki, or I should say a Tri-Beast in the hand. So we're going to be able to search our deck for another copy of a Gladiator Beast card. I believe this one dumps from the deck. I'm not too certain on every one of these Glad Beast cards, but we're going to be activating the Giselle effect, revealing itself, and the other one to summon from the deck, or to summon themselves out from the hand here. Then we're going to be able to search for the spell, and then also dump the one from the deck here, being the Augustus there. And we do search for the Revival spell off that Giselle. And then we're going to activate the Revival spell, bringing it back out. And then we're going to be contact fusing those away for a Gladiator Beast Tamer here, putting them back into the deck. This is going to be able to cheat one out if we don't have a way to kind of stop this here. A pretty good card, to be honest. So we're going to be seeing that going to resolve, going to be summoning out the Monster Negate in this case. Or actually, could just be no, I think this is the Monster Negate, yeah. I would say this might be the Omni Negate, but no, I think it's just a Monster Negate. And then we can link away here. So we're going to link into the Test Panther. Once again, handing it over to our opponent and making sure they take a second to read this because it is a very good card. So we are going to be seeing them going to be activating its effect, allowing us to search our deck for, I believe this is a Darius. But we're then going to be searching for the Augustus here instead, okay. Then we summon it out, and then we're going to be summoning out the Esket or whatever, the Chariot one, and then we're going to add back the spell card from the graveyard. Then activate the spell card once again, bringing back out that Tamer. Tamer will then activate the effect, allowing us to cheat out once again here another Monster Negate. And then we can link all, let's say we link all four away. We're going to go up into a link 2, going up into the new common. And then that's going to allow us to bring back out once again, and then we add back the spell again. Because these cards are not once per turn. They're so old. Never thought we were going to be able to do this combo lines. But then we are going to be able to link these two away for another copy of itself. And then we go those two into a Shrek, perhaps. Okay. And then we are going to activate the Revival for the Tamer once again here. Activating the effect, bringing out. And this is going to be the Spell and Trap Negate. And yeah, I mean, we are pretty full on these negates here. We're going to put back 5 now, and then we're going to be summoning out the big guy here. Now, we aren't going to be able to really utilize it because we do have everything on the field. All our zones are blocked. We have 5 fusion monsters and then 1 link monster here as well. But then we're going to be seeing the effect of the spell letting us set the trap from the deck, which is going to be numerous pop. We actually add to the hand, but then we set it. So yeah. So then we have just 1 card left in hand, being the copy of the Karis for follow-up here. We have 5 fusions on the field alongside that Shureg. And if we get rid of any of the fusions, we are going to be able to summon out from the deck with that, or from the extra deck here with that copy of the Darius, or the big one here. We're going to be seeing the Gate's going to be activated on the Yubel side, letting us search for the Dark Baggy Beast. We're going to normal summon the Dark Baggy Beast, and we're going to try to play through this, which is absolutely incredible to me. You know, why? We're going to go searching for another Gates. Now, important to note that Gates is a once per turn effect, so I don't believe we're going to be able to activate it again, searching for another copy. Now, if we did have the chaos in the deck, we would be able to search for that one. But we're going to have another additional normal summon because we already have it in the hand. So we normal summon out that chaos there. And then we are going to... We're going to now pop, and we pop all 4, including one of our ritual monsters here. And then we are going to be putting back the chaos as well as the phantom in our hand to go for a spirit, to go for a phantom, I should say. We're not putting back phantom. Phantom is not able to be used as a material. But we do go for the phantom of Yubel here, which is at 1 of, unfortunately. And then we're just going to pass turn on that. That's not looking too good here. We're going to go for the effect of our field spell here, discarding to search. We search for another Giselle, and then we can pitch the Giselle to summon with the Karis. Karis will activate, or we're going to see the Shurek activates effects, and then they are going to attempt to negate that with Phantom. They're going to chain the Darius. They're going to chain or the monster negate. They're going to chain the Veil. They're going to chain another monster negate, and that's just going to be the end for Yubel here. They're going to scoop it up there, and yeah, I mean, that was crazy, honestly. That was pretty insane. You know, that end board is not something I was expecting. It threw an Ash Blossom as well, which is pretty cool. You know, at that point, like, you would just, how can the board be any better? I actually don't even know. But like, it did go uninterrupted. The Ash was kind of hit on a bait card. Now, we didn't really have anything else in the hand. Like, if we would have gone second, it would have been very hard for us to kind of play through anything. But unfortunately for us, we did win the die roll there. We were able to go first. Because like, going second, that would have been just absolutely brutal. But luckily for us, we did kind of scoop it in there and get that die roll win. I always feel kind of like, I don't want to say bad when it happens, but like, it kind of feels like, oh, my bad. Like when you open up all your hand traps and going second, like if you're playing going second against Mermail and you open up no hand traps post side game 3, it happens to me all the time when I'm playing against Brad, and it's just like, man, I have 17 hand traps or plus in my deck and I'm not seeing any of them right now. Like, this is not what my deck should be doing. Like, that is just rough. But it is what it is. Like, you know, what can you do against it? You know, you have 3 games and sometimes you just open up the absolute nuts. You know, especially in Memento, like, you're not playing that many hand traps in Memento. I feel like that's when it happens the most. And like, you just get hand ripped or something like that, or you have like 1 or 2 hand traps and just not enough. But regardless, that's just kind of the format goes. I do enjoy these decks. I wish that combo decks probably would go away, but at the same time, I play combo decks. Like, it can't really say like I wish combo decks would go away. Then you play Memento at the same time, like Memento, Crystron, Branded. But like, Branded's a little bit more of a control deck. It reminds me a little bit of Sky Striker when people like talk about like what it does, but I do love my combo decks. But yeah, we are going to be diving into game 2. We're going to see Pirelli going to be activated in the draw phase, and we're going to activate a Mature Chronicle here. I don't think that card's really worth it. I don't think this card's absolute shit, but I mean, you do you. We're going to be seeing the Phil Spoken activate, letting us search for the Samsara Lotus. We're going to know something the Samsara Lotus is going to activate the effects, allowing us to summon out a copy of Spirit from the deck. We do get an additional draw off that Pirelli there for that normal summon. Now, all the Charmers are actually decent into the Yubel deck. You know, Prelia is most likely the one that can give you the most draw, but something that can just give you 0 draws off any of them, which is pretty nice. But we are going to be seeing the Spirit going to be setting the Nightmare Pain, and then we are going to activate Nightmare Pain, destroying a copy of Spirit once again, and that's going to allow us to search our deck for a Squirmer, I believe, and then we're going to be seeing the Spirit summon out a copy of Yubel from the deck. And there is now 2 counters on the Mature Chronicle. We now are going to go for the summon of Squirmer, destroying the Yubel, and we're trying to summon it again from the hand. Why are we doing? There's 0 reason to do that. We do not want to give the deck another draw. They're thinking that they want to chain to the stop of Yubel. We're going to give them another draw on that Incarnate. I don't know why we're doing this at all. Maybe we're trying to search for Super Poly. We're just giving them a free draw. We can put back the Terror from the hand to go for a Phantom first. And then just summon it from the deck, so we just don't give them a draw at this point. But we're going to go for Yama. We don't have anything to search for, so we're going to summon out another Shavara. Like, why are we trying to draw so many cards here? And then we are going to we ash something here. Now we're going to go for a rage. And then we get to set the trap from the deck. But like we gave them so many draws at this point. Like we could have sequenced this a lot differently to kind of make a bit of an end board that's a little bit better. We have no cards left in hand, so we can't give them any more draws. But we're going to go for the Requiem. Requiem's going to now go up into the Lacrima. Lacrima's going to dump the Engraver. I wonder if we're playing the Verrugus as well. Like we could have made a Verrugus at one point. But we're going to be summoning out the Engraver and Lacrima. We're going to go up into a sequence. I can see this getting hit with a Veiler or an Imperm. We gave them too many draws at this point that it's just impossible for it not to happen. We're going to be seeing Yubel being brought out off of that Mature Chronicle. And we're going to go up for the Verrugus now. A pretty late Verrugus, to be honest. Like we still haven't had Phantom hit on the field. Like we could have played Phantom way earlier, not give them a draw, also having a protection from Nib. But like we just opted to not do that, which is kind of crazy to me. But we're now going to make the Desiree by returning. Then we're going to equip the Desiree. And then we're going to go up into a Phantom now by returning at the end of the turn to go up into that Phantom. But I don't think that was going to be pretty nice. We're going to now go for an immediate draw phase rage. Just because I hope we get hit with evenly. I hope we do. Like this is asking to get evenly board right here. I know you have like Desiree alongside Verrugus, but like this is just, we don't need to go for Desiree. We don't need to go for the Chamber right away. There's no reason to do that. Especially when you're playing against Gladiator Beast. You know, you sometimes want to wait to summon out, like an example. In this case, we know they are playing the Tri-Brigade cards. So like being able to go immediately into like the Tri-Brigade stuff and then go rage if they have like a copy of Imperms like that. Now I know we have Verrugus as well as the Desiree on the field, but like a copy of Dark Ruler No More could just potentially be game over for us. So like leaving that Chamber so you can bring back out that copy of Rage after they like Dark Ruler No More do or whatever is going to give you that ability. Like, there's no reason to shotgun it here. Like alongside the fact that you have other negates on the field. Like, there's no benefits of getting that shotgun of the Rage on your monster fields, essentially. Like, you know, even if you're like, oh, well, you know, you got a Bestial, you can just chain it, right? So many things you can do there. But yeah, we now are going to go for Giselle's effect. We are going to negate that with Phantom. We're going to destroy Spirit. The Spirit's going to summon out the copy of Yubel from the deck. And we do get another counter on that Mature Chronicle here. We're in normal summon out a Kit. And then we can smack down a Typhon here. Now, this is a perfect opportunity for us to go Rage. But we're going to let the Typhon resolve. What? Now, before the Typhon activates its effects, we should 100% go for Rage. Because you can go SP. Now we're going to negate with the Desiree at this point. But Sequence does not give the Desiree more attack. Yeah, it's normally going to be the other one there, the Requiem that gives more attack. So we can negate with that there. But still, like, we were going for SP, and then we're going to be able to banish one of their cards in the graveyard, so they have like less Tri-Beasts. But yeah, we are going to be seeing that still going to be able to be one there. I mean, negating the Giselle in the hand is a pretty nice ability to be able to do, to be honest. But yeah, going into game 3, we are going to be seeing Gladiator Beast going to be going first. I don't think that was sequenced very well on the Yubel's part, but it is sometimes hard to sequence a deck correctly. So I do understand, like, when you're playing a comp like that. I definitely think the hardest part there was not making the Phantom as well as summoning with that Rage immediately. Like, you know, we are on board breakers in a deck like Gladiator Beast, where they cannot kind of out sometimes like 1 or 2 hand traps. So it is important that we do be wary of like what their opponent is doing. But dive on to game 3, we are going to be seeing Yubel going to be forced to go second. There are ways they can cheese a win with like Phantom as well as I guess I should say just Nightmare Pain. Nightmare Pain can be just an absolute pain for anyone, you know, that is not playing Yubel, being able to deal the damage in a very cheesy way here. But diving on to game 3, we are going to be seeing Gladiator Beast attempt to make a second attempt into the ring. will we see a big end board here between 5 fusion monsters and a sure egg? That's not only like the big end board. Sometimes they go for like a littler end board of like 2, or even like the sure egg plus the other big guy, which can bring one out, which having to trigger the sure egg. But like we could see, you know, maybe 2 monster negates, just 2 monster negates on the field, or maybe open some more hand traps there as well. But diving on in, we are going to be making that second attempt here. And let's just dive on in. We do see a Ash Blossom and it looks like a Nibiru here on the Yubel side. We're going to activate the field spell, activating the effect, discarding a Nibiru here, being a very important hand trap. They do Ash Blossom this, but they have the cross it for the Ash, saying this is a really important card for me to resolve. So we do use that there, and we're going to be able to search now for the copy of the one that dumps. So we already have the Giselle in the hand, or access to it. Can you imagine seeing a Droll being dropped here? That would be absolutely brutal. But we are winning that one cross out. I do like the fact that cross out that one. I think it's going to be very fair. We're going to see Giselle going to activate something above, and then we're going to be dumping the Augustus once again from the deck. And then we're going to be activating the effect, allowing us to add back that spell card, or add the spell card, which just summoned back out here. We all kind of know what this says now. We're going to activate the effect, bring back out. Then we're going to go for the Ritual Tamer once again, shuffling back to go up into that. We're going to be activating the effect now, and that's going to bring out that monster negate. And we are back to the races. Now we're going to link these two away, going for that Test Panther once again here. That's going to let us search our deck. And we are going to be adding the Darius. Now we're going to activate the effect, tagging out into the Chariot there. And then Chariot will be adding back that spell card that we can use to bring out once again here. And then we're going to activate to bring back out the Spirit Tamer. And then Spirit Tamer will activate its effects once again here to bring out a different one from the deck. Or extra deck, I should say. We're going to be bringing out most likely the Monster Negates 2.0. And then we are going to be linking these two away, like we saw in the previous, going for the new Glad Beast, bringing back out that Chariot once again. Then we'll be adding back the spell card. Once again here, we already kind of know how this goes. And then we are going to be potentially linking away all 4, or I guess 3 of these here for the Shirago. We're going to go up instead into the old Link 2, and then that's going to allow us to then activate the spell once again to bring back out the Tamer. We're going to go up into the spell and trap negates. And then we link these 2 away for the new guy, and then we're just going to make us have additional names. This is what we're trying to do. Okay. Now we're going to go for the Shurag here, and then we're going to be putting back 5 to summon out. And we are going to be ending on a pretty solid end board here. Then we're going to get the field spell effect, allowing us to set the trap once again. So having like that full end board, but also being able to bring back out anything, or bring out something from the extra deck and then trigger the Shurag at any point of time will be absolutely nice. We just see a Tarot Incarnate in the hand as well, and a Spirit. So that could be an issue there. But we have a numerous pop, which is going to be pretty important. And yeah, we pass turn on this. So we're putting away immediately for a Tarot Incarnate, as well as the Dark Beckoning Beast to go for the Phantom of the Yubel, being a negate. Now we are facing up against 2 monster negates and a spell and trap negate already, so that is going to be pretty difficult. But now we're going to activate an Engraver effect. I feel like we just have to negate that, right? Or do we just wait to negate Tracked? Maybe we wait to negate Tracked, but we're going to go for Trap here to destroy the Phantom. And then now we can search for Tracked, my bad. And then we are going to be seeing the Tracked and most likely negated by that spell negate there. But we do see a Droll on Resolution. We're not going to be adding from the deck at all. So that's pretty fair. So now the Track can't even be used, and we just admit defeat there because we do have everything that just summons. We only have 1 Phantom in the game, so we can't even like make another one there. But yeah, Dark Beckoning Beast needs to have needs to be able to add, or I guess I should say the spell card needs to add to be able to activate. So we wouldn't have been able to play there regardless. So we do see Glad Beast end up taking the win here. That's absolutely crazy, you know, when they are going uninterrupted, or, you know, having the ability to stop that Ash Blossom, stopping that one hand trap, or playing through that one hand trap. It's just absolutely gas. You see the end board, which is absolutely crazy. But regardless, hope you want to watch the video. Don't forget to like, comment, share more content like this. Stay safe. Peace.